Hello, everybody. Josh Neighbors here from the Locked On Big 12 podcast. Today, it is the 12th of March, 2022. It is Saturday. Giving you an update on last night's Big 12 action. Was not able to record a full episode. Had some other work to do because it's a busy time, but wanted to give you guys an update, give my thoughts on last night's game real fast. Not a full show here, just a little taste. We'll have a full show tonight after the Big 12 championship game to break it all down, but the semifinal games went like this. The number 1 seed, Kansas, defeated the number 5 seed, TCU, 75-62. It was another strong effort from the Jayhawks. They were up early, and they maintained that lead. Bit of a run from TCU to start off the second half, but not enough to close the gap. Ochai Agbaji led the way, an efficient 9 for 17. He had 22 points on the evening. Off the bench, Mitch Lightfoot, another good game, 15 points and 5 boards for him. Remy Martin gave 10 points off the bench as well. And they did a good job on defense, forcing 18 TCU turnovers. This was the kind of game we were waiting to see. And Kansas proves that they were the better of the two in the rubber match. You guys remember TCU, as my dog is stepping up here, TCU won the first matchup, nearly beat KU in round 2 at Allen Fieldhouse, and round here 3. KU's quality of play just continues to be very high at the moment. They've looked really strong in their 2 tournament outings so far against West Virginia and against TCU. They are now in the Big 12 championship game, and they're pretty close, I think, to icing up that 1 seed. I'll tell you what would help them ice up that 1 seed would be a victory today on Saturday against Texas Tech, who won an absolute slugfest, 56-55 over the Oklahoma Sooners last night, a game that was punch, counter punch down the stretch. Didn't love the foul call on Jalen Hill late. Thought he got all ball that allowed Texas Tech to go up there. Jacob Groves misses the second free throw that would have tied the game up here. But I thought Porter Moser, after the game, starting with Oklahoma in the situation, just talked a lot about where this Oklahoma team is. And, he said he's coached NCAA tournament teams and believes that this OU group is an NCAA tournament team. I think they've got some good wins in their resume. The only problem is, if you look at the bubble right now, teams like Virginia Tech, teams like Texas A&M, teams like Indiana have made pushes that have potentially pushed Oklahoma out of the way. Right now, in the first 4 out, Joe Lunardi has Virginia Tech, Oklahoma, Wake Forest, and Dayton. And so this kind of puts Oklahoma within the margin of error. The 4 teams I'll give you right now, the bottom 2 on that line for him are SMU and Xavier. Those ones are in according to Joe Lunardi. SMU does play today. Xavier got bounced early in the tournament by Butler in the Big East. Then Virginia Tech, then OU. Virginia Tech has got a chance to punch that ticket today if they beat Duke. And I actually think that there's a lot of credence to the idea that they might be in because of their performance in the ACC tournament. That win against Carolina is a very strong victory for them. Also, they got a win against a tournament team, we believe a tournament team in Notre Dame, so they'll be good to go in that position. But Oklahoma's just, a team that's got so many quality wins, and we're so close to getting another one last night. The loss does not hurt them at all. It was a great effort. They were right there in the end. That win would have definitely put them into the field at this point. It's hard to see the way that people are viewing OU right now and not think that they're in. For Texas Tech, a classic Mark Adams effort here. The offense, not great. 15 turnovers was not good, but they forced more, 18 turnovers. They held OU to 38% from the floor, 26% from 3. Sorry, don't have my glasses in. And then also 12 for 18 from the line. So didn't let them get to the line too much in this game. But what an effort from Texas Tech. The defense was back and kind of better than ever. Not that it went anywhere. But this was one of those low-scoring games. Davion Warren and guys like him and Kevin O'Banner have stepped up while Kevin McCullough is coming back. He played 30 minutes last night, was 2 for 7. I was kind of checking now to see what the numbers were because you could tell this was a rock fight in real time. Texas Tech ended up making just a couple more plays and got that foul call down the stretch. But this was an even matchup on a neutral floor. And if you're considering that, Texas Tech, probably could have played a lot better than they did. But this was a game that they got dragged into, and Oklahoma did a good job of muddying the waters. And so these two teams were pretty even in this game. And if you're thinking about it that way, if you're doing the what have you done for me lately type approach to this, then I think Oklahoma, with the way they played down the back stretch of the season, looks like an NCAA tournament team. Now, will their resume held up? I don't know. They had that really bad 4-game losing streak in there, but they've won 4 of their last 5. They had the Oklahoma State win, which is a good win. West Virginia win, not looking as good now, but at Kansas State was good. Neutral court against Baylor in that close loss. So Oklahoma, even without Elijah Harkless, looks like an NCAA tournament team to me at this point. We'll see what the committee says. But this sets up the rubber match between Texas Tech and Kansas in the Big 12 championship game. So excited to see these two go at it. Now, the one problem is it feels like Texas Tech not quite at full strength, but I think it might not matter. I love the way Kansas is playing right now. And the fact that they've got a second option off the bench in Mitch Lightfoot in the interior is something that is exciting to me and makes me think. But I think that Bryson Williams could be a tough matchup. The way he can pull bigs away from the basket, he might be the X factor tonight. How good does Kevin McCullough look tonight off the bench? Those guys who are the ancillary players, as they always do for Texas Tech, will need to step up. But this is a game that we saw 2 great versions of it. First couple times around, Texas Tech, as I mentioned before, nearly got that sweep of Kansas, in the 2-game series during the season. Not for Oshai Agbaji, who is on his way to being the player of the tournament, I believe, in this conference tournament so far. But we'll see what happens today. And I'm leaning towards Kansas in this game. I'm not sure the spread is. I'll go double check right now. While I do, though, just kind of thinking about like how we got here, the opportunities at hand. Texas Tech probably can get themselves to a 3 or a 4 seed. I don't think they can get there all the way to a 2. I don't think that's something that we're going to see right here. But I definitely believe that Kansas opportunity to solidify a 1. The spread is KU -2. So I'd lay the 2. I'd take the Jayhawks, but I'm expecting a really close game. But KU a chance to solidify that 1. And then for Texas Tech, a chance to get up to that 2, maybe even potentially a 2 line, most likely going to be the 3 line. Right now, they're a 3. So actually, wouldn't be definitely an outside shot at a 2 seed, depending on how things fall in the committee views teams like Auburn after their loss to A&M. All right, that will do it for the show. Full recap coming tonight after the Big 12 championship game. It's been a fun tournament so far. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at LO Big 12. You can follow me at Josh Neighbors _. Till next time, my friends, as always, stay safe.